Il telecomando. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Stefania, she's Raffaella, my sister, and we are honored to introduce to you our project, Marea.
The Venice Lagoon was one of the most important crossroads of maritime trade routes between the Far East and Northern Europe. Traditional bricole, centuries-old wooden channel markers have been used by sailors ever since to navigate the challenging lagoon waterways. For centuries, Venetian markers were nowhere to be found in the dark, posing serious navigation hazards and causing fatal accidents, until now. Presenting Marea, smart lights, safe waters.
Well, Raffaella and I inherited the sensibility to these issues thanks to our late father, Sergio, who spent his life to navigate the lagoon and years to find a solution for safety navigation, because night accidents were growing from 10 to 15% year over year in the last decade. So what are we talking about? Our Marea product is an hazard marker, and it's 100% solar power with an incredible autonomy of 400 hours without sunlight. And this has 2 colors LED light with only 2 watt total power. And we can see these lights with a range of 400 meters, and the red light indicates the shallow area, and the yellow one, the navigable canal. So that's Raffaella.
So the project finally, and we are really proud of it, became a reality. So we already installed actually 101 lamps into the canal that is connecting the airport to Venice, which is absolutely one of the most hazardous one according to statistics. So that became a very profitable actually a 60% gross margin project. This is also thanks to the long research that we did with the materials and all that is connected to it. So what we are thinking about saving life. It's not just talking about Venice Lagoon, which is, by the way, with the product sale itself a huge market, because we are thinking about, well, we have to think about 7,000 beacons that are already installed in the Venetian Lagoon. And if we go a little bit larger, we are talking about 20,000 beacons. That is, of course, generating potentially a very huge revenue. What we are doing with this revenue, we are not just talking about productivity, but we are talking about saving life again. So thinking to evolve the product, we are basically projecting a very important maintenance and service remote working status and battery status device, just transforming what is a static beacon into a smart aid to navigation. And that will, of course, help us in evolve also the business project into a very profitable and recurring revenue one. But if we are talking about a little bit larger then, what about the Italian coastline? The Italian territory itself has a huge, very, very big and diversified waterways, and that will help us in developing new and always diversified products that will help us to create a path and a very easyable and scalable future to arrive to European expansion. And why not dream big, just arrive into a worldwide project, which is for us a very important dream. The next future right now, it's very clear to us. Try to validate and expand what we have now. So considering of covering the entire lagoon, not only that, but also work on commercial traction, working on financial traction. That will means also optimize production costs and operational process. And on top of that, of course, invest all that what we can to develop an even safer and smarter device to navigate any waterways around the world. So it looks like a very simple project, but for us, apart from the passion that we have around this, it also means saving a lot of life. So why not, at the very end, try to help us? We are a team of 5 people right now. Of course, we know we need to expand with other expertise, but we are working on the sales and partnership, business and marketing, and operation and research and development. And on top of that, of course, analysis and media. So we are just wanted to communicate our passion and try to, and let's try together to light the future of maritime safety. Sorry. Okay. All right. So our competitor, the market is very fragmented. What we have right now, we are talking about Ed2 navigation, which is a very niche market into the maritime, of course, lighting. What we have right now, the big ones, are basically just buoy or beacons, but they are lamps. They are not, I mean, they are navigation aid, but it's not tracking the route properly, how in the same way how this product can do. And so there's a huge opportunity also connected to the fact that is a very low impact from a visual point of view and a very sleek line. And the amount of market that we can cover, especially considering old and historical nearby coastline navigation route, is very big.
I'm sorry, it's a marker. And so most of our competitors are lighting with strong lights, and we can't in the lagoon. The lagoon can't be illuminated. We had only to mark the hazards, and actually.
Yep.
So your kind of ideal client.
Not only.
Not the idea.
We have several options in here. We are talking about marines. We are already connected and have a strong connection with the network with the marines and the harbors. We are talking about lakes, where again there's a huge commitment because we already got in contact with some of them to try to find a way to market the the hazards into the lakes. So of course, our actual main contractor is actually the public administration, but our aim is working together with the private also to illuminate and make everything. Sorry? Yeah. Yep. Yes, of course. We already had the approval, and we already, okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So right now we are selling the products, and that was the figures that you saw before. So it's basically just selling the product how it is right now. What we're going to do, of course, we have a maintenance contract right now, but to cut off the cost of the huge maintenance cost, what we are developing is the smart device, so we can proactive intervene before, of course, the product needs to be changed or anything else could happen.
Well, we are thinking in the future, or maybe not so far, to rent it, or better to sponsorize, for example, sport competitions, because very close we know the environmental place, and so we know that, for example, in a competition, people arriving with the seaboats, they can't they can see the marine, the arrival, but arriving there are the canal that is no straight, so just to put some lights to show the way, and beginning as well to show the product, sponsorizing competitions, or just for rent. We are very open-minded about it.
Yes. Okay, the operational is exactly the same. So this is, of course, is not going to be in there once we have. And it's basically a device that is not covering, it's, of course, proven and tested for not covering the solar panel. So this basically is just trying to avoid the birds. Exactly. No. No, it's not. So what you see right now is exactly what is in the lagoon. So it's not projecting. We have a small edge on the side that is, again, stainless steel for the marine environment that is preventing the light to, but LED lights are not, are not diffusing out of it. Yeah.